What is up, friends? Thought of the day number 20. How to take your conditioning to the next level is the topic of today. And uh, today's topic is going to be in an article in a written format. So, what I'm going to invite you to do is go in the description and then click the link that is right up there. I was lucky enough to contribute an article to the Simply Faster blog. Um, Simply Faster, for those who don't know, is a reference in our field, in the strength and conditioning field. Maybe more well known for all the work done around speed development, intermittent sport or team sport training, strength, hypertrophy, and those other qualities. Definitely more leaning towards this side of things than the endurance world. But again, they're not closed to anything. And they were kind enough to reach out to me and ask me if I were interested to write an article on conditioning, which I did. So I took this opportunity to essentially detail my whole process around testing. How do I test athletes? Why do I test athletes the way that I do? What information do I gather? How do I interpret that information? It's a hefty article. I believe it ended up being 7,500 words. So it's probably at least a 20-minute read. So only jump in if you feel so inclined to. Uh, but if you're interested in, again, physiological testing and, um, in that case, my approach to it, then it might be an interesting read for you. One thing I wanted to mention is obviously I didn't invent anything. Um, I've learned a tremendous amount from YouTube, from you guys, from Twitter, from podcasts, from books, and other contributors, research papers, obviously. So I feel like this article is really just a nice synthesis effort on my part to try and make sense of all of that stuff. But I think it's pretty awesome to think that all the information necessary to do all of this is readily available at our fingertips. I didn't have to go through any special means of education, and some will point that out and say that that's a problem that I didn't go to university, don't have any formal education. I could see that. I could see that. I'll respectfully disagree, and if I do have if I do have aspects of my work or that the information that I provide that isn't accurate, then I'm obviously more than happy to correct that and update it. But in general, um, I feel pretty happy about the process that I've followed so far. And yeah, obviously always open to doing better and getting feedback and correcting myself and correcting things that I do. So I'd be very curious if you do decide to read that article. I'd be curious to hear your feedback on it. What did you think? Are there any areas that are weaker than others? Right? I'm always interested in a good conversation. So maybe take that opportunity in the comments of this video here to to let me know what you think. Maybe, hey, that was a decent article, but I thought that maybe this area was maybe a little bit weak because X, Y, and Z. Again, I'm always happy to hear some feedback, especially if it's constructive like that, especially if there's a reason behind it. Um, I got I got a comment on my previous thought of the day in English that said, "You speak English like Americans." Um, I guess I'll take that as a compliment. And I don't mind those comments. I always enjoy comments. I always do. But there's obviously some that bring more to the conversation than others. For the person that did tell me that I spoke English like an American, I thank you very much for your comment. And I did spend 7 years of my life in Vancouver, Canada, which is fairly close to the US. and I do have somewhat of a North American accent when I speak, so I'll totally take that. But again, article, Simply Faster blog, link in the description. If you do take the time to read it, please take a second to let me know what you think, either on the Simply Faster blog directly or down here in the comments. Either way, I was really excited to write that article. It was a good, it's always a good challenge to try and synthesize information into a given format. Written is definitely not my favorite format to work in. I think it's simply not because I'm not very good at it, and I haven't practiced enough. But I could see myself enjoying the process if I started doing it a little bit more frequently. So if you think I should do that, then also leave me a comment below. It's definitely something that goes in line with all the other work that I do in terms of synthesizing information, trying to make sense of things, trying to convey it in a format that is palatable, digestible, approachable, so people can actually understand what I'm trying to get across and make sense of it. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments. As always, good, bad, ugly, go ahead. But if it's constructive, it's even better. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.